Greetings, lovely people. Hope you are doing good. You are welcome once again for this short message, and I hope that it sparks a light within your consciousness to be able to evolve for greater heights. Thank you. Now, today I'm convicted to speak about the states of consciousness. I'm not going to name them all the way they are, but I will touch on a few so that we can be able to understand our state of being, the way it is and the way it operates. You are required to gauge yourself each and every time so that you can come to a point whereby you are able to analyze your progress towards evolving your consciousness. Okay, as we are aware, in our current perception, we do think that other states of consciousness are out there. Some look up in the sky, some go around the earth in search of these dimensions, we call them. Some think it out of space. But still, because we can never really imagine anything except according to forms already existing in our minds, as a result of the experiences that we have, we always project our thought forms to the outside. But the projections are not out there. They are within. They are just in our current level of perception of reality. Because we always imagine in terms of time and space, but that is just, we can say, the terms of science and fiction. And even we can say it's a limitation of lead-edge science. Now, let us take it for instance, with regards to perception or how we seem to perceive things or situations, we are entirely wired to react and act on circumstances of life based upon our past conditionings and programmings. In most cases, our decisions are made oftentimes based on the traumatic events we've been through right from childhood. So our view is always clouded and we are in a constant state of prejudice unless we work out on our paranoia and past traumas. By now, one can understand clearly that this is why we are all considered to be harboring some psychological defects. Whether we know it or not, whether we like it or not, we all are with some psychological defects. This is why, with the clouded viewpoint that we always have, we'll tend to always look at a person we know based on how we've been told they are, or some judgments that other people's viewpoints come about, and thus judge people every time on wrong assumption. We should really get to know people for who they are by our own selves. For in most cases, we've discredited many on a plain surface without getting to deeply observe them and know them for whom they truly are. This is a psychological defect and it has caused a lot of problems for many. We observe others based on what we've been told by those that hate them. We judge them based on what we've been told by those that hate them. And this is just, let's say, this is why we ought to have what is called discernment. We have to open our inner eye so that we can be able to make right judgments. So, honestly, we have states of being or consciousness that we operate under. Some operate in a suffering state of being whereby they are victims all the times. Remember, it's natural law that what we fear the most comes to pass. So, in most cases, we are the ones bewitching ourselves, but we are constantly pointing fingers and calling others as troublemakers, while we are the ones actually becoming stumbling blocks to ourselves. We should agree to do our shadow work. We should check our inner demons. We should look at these defects that are inherent within us and try to work to iron them out. We should work towards removing the programs that we've been given, or the conditionings that we've always known since childhood, that are actually helping to keep us in a total lower vibrational state of being. And remember, no one will do this for you. If you have inner problems, no one will get in there unless you yourself you do it. This is why it is always being said that people are not easy to change unless they change themselves. Please, 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 lovely people, stop considering that something has already been done for you by an outside entity. Yes, we have learned that there are those that came and they did a great service for us. But there is a part for us to play as well. Our part to play is 100% our responsibility. Shadow work is 100% our responsibility. We will always be claiming that we have everything has already been done for us, but deep within we know there are some shadows hiding within. This is when you find that these shadows will always come in uglier ways when needed. You see? So, if at all you are completely whole, and if at all we are going to live in a place whereby everybody has worked upon themselves and now we are not harboring any psychological defects, then we won't see lots of these problems that we are seeing around us. Planet Earth would be a very, very pleasant place to live in. Yes, even right now, it is a pleasant place to live in, depending with the state of being that you are in. You see, if you are in that state of being whereby you've switched to operate under joy, under happiness, under calmness, you will still be living in a very pleasant, we can say, state of being, but you will always witness these ongoings that are around us, and we will always see people suffering. And if somebody suffers, it means that you are also suffering. That is why we need to work upon our psychological defects. That is why we need to do our shadow work. See, it has come to be noted that people who seem to think that there is an outside entity that is coming to save them, or that there is an outside entity that has worked upon their lives, are the ones who need shadow work the most. And why is that? It's because of the way they handle situations. If it is something sweet that has come upon their lives, they will celebrate to the fullest, and they will be the best people to be around. But if something bad happens, then they will become the worst beasts that you can ever find. That one simply means that their inner entity is wanting. Their inner selves are in, we can say, in chaos. They need to align their inner selves so that each and every time they are able to be masters of their emotions. They are able to control situations and circumstances. So, beautiful friends, don't fall for the trap that some outside entity is going to do something for you. It starts with you, it starts within you. It is 100% your responsibility. Now, with this short message, I'd love to say that thank you for your precious time, and I hope that there is something that you've grasped. I know that this message is not for everybody. You see, there are those that will always look at it and say that this is nothing. But even that one person that will always hear this message and resonates with it, and let's say becomes grateful and finds joy in it, it means that that is a very great achievement. We are not here to collect people or anything. We are here to spark a light in people's consciousness. Now, till next time, love and light. Thank you.